This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and what I have for you today is an Abus Granit Model 37 RK80 padlock. It's a beast of a lock with a 14mm thick shackle and a weight that exceeds 2¼ pounds. It's also right around the entry level for what I would consider a high security padlock. I actually featured an older version of this a long time ago in video number 548. But the disc detainer core in this one is upgraded with a butterfly disc to prevent what I'm about to do now, and that's pick this using a tool like this one. So let's pick it open. It should take considerably longer than usual. Then I'll take it apart to show you what's inside. The first thing we do is rotate all of those discs as far clockwise as they will go. Then I'm going to get the pick that Bosnian Bill and I made and insert it such that we tension off of disc number 1. That's the butterfly disc I just told you about. Then we're going to find disc number 2 and get to picking. Okay, 2 is loose, so is 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe a little click on 7, click on 8, and click out of 9. Let's go back to the beginning. Nothing on 1. I'm sorry, that was 2. Then 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is binding tightly. There we go. We have him in what feels like the correct gate. 8 is in a gate, and 9 feels loose. Back to the beginning. Okay, 2 is still not binding for us, but 3 certainly is. Just got to click there, and it's in a gate, but it's not true. I still feel it binding. Nope, it's still binding. There we go. 3 definitely feels set. Let's see if that freed up number 2. Yep, 2 is binding now. Nope, I have it in the second gate. It's still rubbing. There we go. That's almost certainly the true gate. Okay, let's find number 4. 4 feels like it's in a gate, as does 5, 6, 7 is binding. Nice click there, but it's still binding. And that was the last gate, so let's go all the way back to the home position and try to work on 7 again. No, I think the first gate might be where 7 belongs. 8 and 9. I think we're pretty close. Okay, number 2. 2 is set. So is 3, 4, 5, I think was our 0 cut. So let's try tensioning off of him. See if we can set disc 1. And that's exactly what happened. We got this open. Okay, folks, as you saw, that takes a fair bit of time and skill to open up. I'd say it's very unlikely that would be picked in the field without an exceedingly skilled picker. So let's open this up and I will show you what's inside. The first thing we have to do is remove this little set screw. Now that that set screw is out, what we can do is drive out a pin that goes all the way through. To do that, I'm going to take this rod and hopefully I'll be able to do this so you can see that pin come out. You're looking down this shackle hole. Okay, now we should be able to remove the shackle guard. I should note this shackle guard seems to be cast zinc. I would have loved to have seen this made out of a hardened steel like the rest of the lock, but I suppose that was a cost-cutting measure. Now we can start taking the innards out, and to do this I'm actually going to flip the whole thing upside down so nothing comes apart in the wrong order. The actuator, and it seems like everything came out but the drill protection. There we go. Okay, let's start pulling these discs out. The first disc is a butterfly disc, and I'll show you why I call it that. You can see the hole in the center, rather than being a pure rectangle, it's a little bit butterfly shaped. That's made because if you tension off of that, it pushes the true gate in the disc past the sidebar, and if it's past the sidebar, then the act of tensioning the lock actually holds it closed. It's pretty clever, but as you know, we can switch up our tensioning, and that allows us to get past it. Here we have the sidebar. We'll knock that out as we get down to it. In between each disc is a little spacer. They make sure everything operates smoothly, particularly when there is dirt or grime in it. And now that I have a couple of these discs out, I'll take one of them and show you the false gates. You can see on the side of the disc there is one true gate, that's the deep one right here, and then 2 false gates, and they're just little notches on the end. They're not particularly hard to put in from a manufacturing perspective, but they certainly make things considerably harder from a picking perspective. That's our sidebar. And we're just taking the rest of the discs out now. Let's see, 5, that means we should have 2 more standard discs and then the butterfly disc on the bottom. We have that butterfly disc on the bottom just to make sure you don't try to tension from the bottom. Okay, folks, clearly this is a lock that will give a picker a fair bit of trouble. As you saw, it took me a while to open this. And what doesn't come across in the video is the amount of skill required to do so. This was certainly something I had to concentrate on. Between that and the beefy construction, this lock body is made out of hardened steel. We have a 14mm thick shackle, ball bearing locking mechanism. This is certainly a lock that I would consider using. In any case, that's all I have for you today. If you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you.